So this step number 3 then is to ask somebody to read the plan. Why do you think we want somebody to read the plan? Why do we want somebody independent to have a look at it? Get some feedback. What type of feedback?
Whether your numbers stack up, whether things that you're able to do are achievable.
Yep. Yeah, basically, see, it makes sense, isn't it? Yeah. As business owners, we all tend to get immersed in the business, especially if you've been in your business for a long time and you know your business inside out, you will tend to just gloss over the detail. And so when you're putting your thoughts on paper, they may not come across particularly well because you know your business inside out, you know exactly how it works, you know the pitfalls, you know the strengths, everything is there, and you just gloss over the detail. And yet when a third party picks up the plan, they'll read it, and it doesn't make any sense. There are bits missing, it's not joined up in any way. And so it's difficult for a third party to actually get a sense of what your plan is about. So get somebody else to read it and ask them to almost look at it from a banker's perspective or an independent. Does this make sense? If this was you, would you lend money on it? You don't have to be a well-trained banker because a lot of this is all about gut feeling and instinct, and somebody should be able to pick that up from your plan and be able to read it and get that feeling from it. So that's a first good reason to get somebody to read your plan, would be to see that you get it, that it makes sense. Any of the obvious reasons why you should get somebody to read your plan? Any other reason? Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. We can come on that point in a little bit in a minute, but yeah, getting somebody to challenge you on there, to actually almost be in that interview situation, which is actually kind of the next step. But another reason, of course, blindly obvious one, to make sure that it's all grammatically correct and looks good. Human nature, like it or not, first impressions, they do count. I've seen, during my time, business plans coming on the desk with the coffee mug stain in the corner, where it just happened to sit. And it's okay, it's only... But all these things do actually count. They do go into the melting pot about whether you're a credible person to lend money to. It is these little things. And it's the spelling mistakes as well and the formatting. You don't see the spelling mistakes. Why? Because you spent days and weeks and hours and months, whatever, poring over that plan. You've trained your brain to the point that your brain knows what's supposed to be coming next. And so it doesn't read the sentence properly because it knows exactly what you meant to say. So do you find yourself skipping through a plan? Right, I'm going to sit down and edit this and check it. You don't, because your brain knows what's coming next, and therefore it skips it and moves on to the next bit. So you miss the blindingly obvious. If you decide to self-edit your plan, one good way is to read your plan backwards. Read your plan from the last page and read the sentence backwards, because your brain is not trained to read a sentence that way, so you will be forced to look at each individual word to make sure it's spelled correctly. Don't rely necessarily on spell checker, because we know the way the grammar is, you'll end up with a they and a the, and they and a there, and da-da-da. It won't necessarily come up with the right meaning.